These Raxiom LED fog light replacement bulbs are for those of you that have a 2010 and up JK and are looking to swap out the bulbs in your factory fog lights for something that is LED, that's going to be brighter, last longer, and also have a similar color temperature to a lot of the other LED aftermarket lights that you may have already put on your Jeep. If you've installed LED fog lights or LED auxiliary lights on your Jeep, you'll know that the factory incandescent bulbs in those factory fog lights are going to look very yellow, dim, and dingy in comparison. So upgrading to a set of LED lights like this is going to make them match again in color, and you're also going to get a lot more brightness out of those lights than you would with some incandescent bulbs. Now, LED bulbs in general aren't going to be inexpensive. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving pieces that make a LED bulb that will fit in the same spot as an incandescent bulb and plug right in your factory wiring harness and just work. So these are going to be a little bit pricey. There are going to be some less expensive bulbs out there, but in my opinion, they're probably not going to last you quite as long. They're not going to have the same color temperature, the same brightness. With these, you may be paying a little bit more, but you are going to get something that is very high quality. So these are going to be a direct replacement for those factory incandescent bulbs, which means these are an H16 bulb. All that means is that the size, the shape, and the way that this connects to the actual housing is going to be a direct plug and play for that other bulb. Now, the installation of this is also going to be very, very easy because of that. This is going to have two SMD Cree LEDs, which means they are surface mount LEDs right on the board here. You can actually see an LED here, and then there's one on the other side here. So that's where all of your light is going to come from, and these are going to be very, very bright. These are at a 6,000 Kelvin color temperature, which again is going to match a lot of the other aftermarket LED lights on the market. It's going to be a bright white, almost bordering on a blue color, which is very similar to a lot of the other LEDs out there if you are looking to match a lot of your other aftermarket accessories. So I do think a lot of you are going to be really happy with the color that you'll get from these lights. As far as the install goes, I am going to give this a 1 out of 3 wrenches. You'll probably be able to get this done in about a half an hour or so because you can get these installed without removing your bumper. Now you may have to remove the splash shield from the bottom of your bumper, the piece of plastic that goes from the bottom of the bumper over to the crash bar if you haven't already removed it. But if you already have that removed, if you have an aftermarket bumper in place, you can go ahead and just reach up in there, squeeze the clips to pop the factory bulb out, of course unplug it from the factory wiring harness. You'll pop this into that factory housing without any modification and plug the other end of this whip into the factory wiring harness and you're finished. Now, if you did decide to remove your bumper to get these installed, you could certainly do that. It is going to be a couple more steps, and for most of you, I think you're going to get these installed with the bumper on the Jeep very simply, and it'll save you some time. A pair of these bulbs is going to run you right around $120, and I do think that's going to be a pretty fair price for the quality that you're getting here. I know that there are a ton of bulbs out there that you can get that will fit just like these ones will fit, that are going to be less expensive, but LEDs can be a little bit finicky. Again, there is a lot going on here with an LED. There's going to be a driver, there's cooling mechanisms, there's a lot that happens inside of one of these bulbs, so there is a lot that can go wrong. In my opinion, it makes sense to spend a little bit more on a high quality light like this one and know it's going to last you versus spending a little bit less, saving a couple of dollars up front and having to replace them very quickly. So if you're looking to swap out the incandescent bulbs in your factory fog lights to get a little bit more brightness and also have them match all of your other LED auxiliary lights, I think these are going to be a great option for you from Raxiom, and you can find them right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.